Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a little face-to-face chat. Let's talk about all of the things. Today we're going to be talking about quality over quantity, okay? And this kind of came up because everyone has been doing a low buy or no spend or no buy month, week, year, all of the things. And I'm not actually participating in any of those. I know. And that is because this year I am focusing more so on intentional buying. And I think with my intentional buying, that is going to feed into the fact that I'm going to have a low buy or no buy year. But it is also going to be focusing on the quality of things that I'm buying versus the quantity of things that I am buying, because I am making sure that whatever I purchase brings me some kind of some kind of purpose versus, oh, y'all, I got something on my face. Okay. Some kind of purpose instead of just stocking up on things because I am told or I see that I need to stock up on stuff. So let's talk about it, y'all. Hi, my name is Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of one. And on here, I do all things cashless budgeting. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So let's talk about it, you guys. I have my little notes right here because I just don't want to get too far off on a tangent. I want to make sure that I'm telling y'all what I'm trying to talk about and kind of stay on topic, okay? So we're talking about quantity over quality, right? And as I was transitioning over, closing out 2024 and all of those different things, I thought about some of my goals for 2025, which I only have one, y'all. Check out that video in the description box below, and how I was going to be able to continually accomplish this goal week over week, month over month, and over the course of the year, right? And so I thought about some things, and I thought about everything that encompassed into this one goal that I had and how I was going to be able to accomplish this. And one thing that kept sticking out to me was quality over quantity, quality over quantity. So you don't need to just get all of these things. Get the things that matter the most and let those things work for you and be a part of you for a longer time instead of disposing things over and over and over again, which then requires you to spend more money than you actually need to. Now, for everyone, this may work a little bit better than others, but this is just what me and my family are planning to do for 2025. So the first topic we're going to talk about is food. So I know every year, all of us or many of us always want to lose weight. We go on a diet and maybe by February we're over it and all of the things. And this year, as much as I do want to lose weight and be healthy, I thought to myself, Janelle, quality over quantity. And what that meant for me was I talked about in my annual budget, like our grocery budget going up and just not having enough food. But then it hit me. Well, the reason you're buying so much food though is because we're eating so much more because we're not buying quality foods. We're getting quantity of foods. And so therefore we're buying lower quality, and it is causing us to then wanting to eat more. And what we mean by that is quality food is healthier food options that keep us more satiated for a long period of time versus getting things that make you hungry quicker or make you want to eat more, such as like eating more carbs or sugars or things like that, versus maybe having salad and avocado and meat, which are more satiating. And with that, over time, as you eat better, you tend to eat less food, you snack less because your body does not need to consume as much food as you normally would because you're getting all of the nutrients and things that your body needs to be able to function. And I, for one, I don't want to say that I've actually, because I haven't been like diagnosed with this, but I'm just coming out and saying that I have a slight addiction to food. And so I know for me that I need to definitely cut back, and I do need to eat better because I do have a lot of stomach issues, and that comes from a lot of the unhealthy foods that I eat. It causes even more issues on top of that. And so I am looking at 2025 when it comes down to the food that I consume as more of a quality control thing versus me just wanting to get quantity of things to make sure that my pantry looks stocked or that my fridge looks stocked, because it can look stocked all at once. But am I healthy? Am I getting the actual foods that me and my family need to eat? Okay, so that is going to be the first thing, you guys, that I'm looking at is food, getting more quality food. All right, so next thing is going to be household. Okay, I know. So I think I've mentioned it, but I haven't talked about it a whole lot. But back in the end of 2023, we got a water treatment system. My husband had been doing research since we bought this house because the water that we received was just not great. It was corroding some of like our actual, what is it called? It's coming to me. But like our spouts and stuff from wherever the water was coming from, it's coming to me. I should know what this is. Like, this is like my frame of work, but it's not coming to me, y'all. But whenever you turn on your water, the faucets and all of those appliances, the toilets and things like that, it was leaving dark rims. If I have a picture, I'll maybe show y'all. One of our like watering spouts, like it's corroded because of the water that we were getting. So my husband eventually did his research and found a good company to get a water treatment system from. And y'all, ever since we've gotten that water treatment, it has been heaven on earth. The water, you can just tell the difference. And one of the biggest things that used to bother me is in our shower, we have like a shower door, and whenever you would get water on the shower, like all of that soap and scum would just stick onto the door. And no matter how much you scrub, no matter how many TikTok videos you watched with, oh, use this, that, and the third, it just never looked like a brand new door again. And once we started using this water, it started to take away all of that like chemical stains in the door. And I say this to say, when we talk about household, is because along with that water treatment system, because there's not chemicals in the water and things like that, I don't need to use chemical products to then counteract with the water to clean things. So at the beginning of the year, we started slowly using out all of those things. And now we use non-toxic, very minimal things to clean our house because we don't need those things. So they're plant-based, they're not toxic or anything like that. And so they gave us those like products. So they're in a concentrate like bottle, maybe like about this big. And they give you all of the bottles and stuff that you need. And you pour like 2 drops in there. You can mix it with water and all of the things. And then I had some other like non-toxic things that I have that now feel like they work because I'm not using chemical water, which is a whole nother story for a whole nother day, you guys. So I don't have to buy a lot of household things because I already have a lot of those things. So we have laundry detergent that's non-toxic and safe and cleans our clothes, and they smell good and all of the things, and they have 2 or 3 ingredients in there, and that is it. And I think I've just been learning from research that the less ingredients, sometimes the better. Even if you can't afford to get something like this, like literally you could use baking soda and vinegar and wash your clothes. Like, it will do like the job, but this is just, what we have. So I don't have to buy laundry detergent. I don't have to buy dishwashing liquid. I don't have to buy dishwasher pods or anything like that. I don't have to buy a rinse aid. I don't need to purchase like cleaning products like for your shower or your toilet or your granite countertops, glass cleaner, softener, or any of those things. So I am blessed that even though I do have to pay for the water treatment system, I am saving some money on those things. But I also look at some of the other things that I do have to purchase. So I do like to buy certain things in bulk. So for instance, looking at the value of certain things. So I had switched over from Bounty, which I love, to the Target brand paper towels. And I realized as much as I loved Bounty, I realized I was actually getting more paper with the Target brand paper towels than I was with Bounty, and it was cheaper and it worked just the same. And I know this because I ended up having to get some Bounty paper towel and realized that the roll was a lot smaller than what I was used to. And so this was me buying a bigger pack of, Target brand paper towel versus a name brand paper towel that gives me less. And I was getting a better or comparable quality over quantity, meaning getting more of something else. And so I will then purchase a bigger pack of that to have that quality instead of having to repurchase something just because that was something that I've always used more frequently than I need to. Same thing with my toilet paper and my trash bags. I don't really have to replace those very often because I try to stick to quality brands and things that are still comparable to what I would have normally purchased versus just always sticking to the name brand. Like I love Charmin, but Charmin clogs up our toilet. And so I had to switch over to something a little bit more comparable where I could still get the same amount of toilet paper in a sense, but maybe for a little bit cheaper. And so that is how I'm still getting the same amount of quality and not just worried necessarily about the quantity of how much I have, because now our toilets don't get stopped up. We don't run through as much toilet paper either way, and it still works for us. So I think it's all about just making sure that whatever you're getting is also going to save you some time, save you some money. But the purpose of it is to get the best quality that you can get your money's worth. And sometimes that actually does mean that you might have to spend a little bit more, but that means that you're spending a little bit more, less over time, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's kind of how my household, like how I'm gonna do my household quality control is I'm not really having to buy a lot of household stuff, and the products that I'm using are good. They function, they work, and they work, and they work, y'all. So that is how we are looking at our household. Next is going to be personal. Now, this is going to be very interesting because I know I might get some flack for this, but I am not going to purchase any clothes, at least for myself. I'm going to hold my tongue a little bit on this, unless it's from Stitch Fix. I get a quarterly subscription from Stitch Fix, and since I've had them since 2020, I've been using them, and their clothes are gold, okay? Gold. All of their clothes except for 2 dresses that I had, and it had nothing to do with them, but more so what I did to damage the item. All of their clothes have been top tier. They fit. They don't get, messed up in the washing machine or get too small in the dryer versus some of the other places. And not that you can't get quality clothes from there, but this is just from me. I don't like going into clothing stores and dealing with all of the things and trying to find what's good and what's not. For me, it's just not a me thing. Just sticking to those clothes. It will cost a little bit more for me to get 5 items than it would if I went to Ross or Marshalls or TJ Maxx or Target or Walmart or anything like that. But I'm also getting what I want because somebody is styling something for me, and I love the quality of the clothes that I'm getting, which I don't get when I go to any of these other stores. The quality, you guys, is so important. I do go and get other stuff from other places, but sometimes it's for the quality of the moment and not the quality for a long time. Like I have an almost 3-year-old child. The quality of the clothes necessarily may not be that important because she's going to wear it today and tomorrow it doesn't fit her. I know, story of my life. And so just determining what type of quality you're looking for in your season of life, especially when it comes to clothes. I am trying to lose weight as well too, so I don't want to invest in too much clothes at what I'm currently at, because then when I start to lose weight, then I'm going to need more clothes in a different size or things like that. So I think that that is so important. Also with like your hygiene stuff, I personally am not big on 1,000 different products for your face, your skin, your eyes, and all of those things. I think that you go quality once again over quantity. So we have slowly made the switch over from like, I was a Dove girly, Dove, 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 Dove. But once again, there's a lot of products, a lot of chemicals and things in Dove that we're just trying to walk away from. And so we actually moved over to Native, and actually enjoy Native. And we have, I think it's Method, that we've been using as well too, and love, love, love those products. And from time to time, I will do, I think it's called Love Beauty and Planet. They are a plant-based, like all natural, like body wash, and y'all, I love them. Love them, love them, love them. And so a bar soap and a body wash, like that's just it in our household. We use one lotion, which is Lubriderm. And then in the wintertime, I use an oil and shea butter, and that is it. I don't do all of the extra stuff, but I love the quality of it. You can find lotion that's under $12.99, $13, $14, $15, but Lubriderm provides the quality that I look for in a lotion, along with all of the other things that we need, like not having all of these chemicals and things in them. And if you guys can kind of see the theme, we're just trying to get away from all of the chemicals as much as we can. I understand that, you know, there's going to be chemicals and a whole lot of things that we can't get away from, but if I can, I want to work towards getting to there. So as you can see, eating better, consuming the things that we're consuming, consume better options than maybe the options that we have. And maybe our budget may not be the biggest budget, but I feel like if we stay, you know, within what we need and only purchase, y'all, that's the most important thing too, is just purchase what you need for that time. Like you don't need to buy 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of body wash, especially if your family is small versus big. Instead of just buying one, finishing it, and then going back and then purchasing another one. Maybe you want a different smell, or you want to use a different brand, and then you have the option to go and pick what you want to use at that time, instead of stocking up on all these things and you can only really use one at a time. And I think that's also important for me, because I try in a weird way to be as minimal as possible. It does not always show up, but just also being minimal as well, and just getting the things that we need, whether it's food, once again, or our household products, just keeping the things that we need and what we use on a weekly or daily basis, and not just stocking up on all of these things because we're going to magically need them someday. And I learned that, y'all, because back in 2016, when I left my job, I started couponing, and I couponed so much, you guys, that I had a body wash that I still carried into the house that we bought. Like literally last year, I started cleaning them out because I realized they expired. That is how much body wash I had purchased. And literally, if you think 2016 to 2020, that's already 4 years, and we are in 2025. So that was another 4 years in 2024. So 8 years, I had all of this body wash that I still wasn't able to go through. And even though I was trying to do all of the things to help me stay in budget, have stuff so I didn't have to run out, I really didn't. It was almost like I really still wasted my money, because I didn't even get to use all of those things. Half of the things that I had, didn't get to use it because it went bad. So I am just trying to get the things that I need in the moment. It is okay to have, like, you know, one extra body wash, one extra deodorant or something like that. That makes sense, but just not like hoarding all of the things because we're hoarding the things. And then lastly, just like miscellaneous things. So maybe doing less trips, but making the trips that we go on more meaningful, more of a quality trip. Maybe instead of going to down the street to go enjoy, you know, I don't know, a race or something like that, maybe we save up some more money and say, hey, we're going to go out of the state and go enjoy something a little bit more and have that as our focal point instead of doing 16 million different trips or just things like that. And I say this to say, don't take this last one with a grain of salt, because I'm like, oh, I want to take baby girl to go to the zoo, and oh, I want us to go to all of these different things. But these trips that we also want to go on to, we just want to make sure that we're having a quality time. It's a quality event, and we're just not trying to do things just to say we're going to do things, because if that's the case, we could just go in the backyard. Okay. So I think that's just, what I am looking at when I am talking about quality over quantity in our lives, right? Just how do we take better care of ourselves, our homes, our family, and the people around us that, are close to us, and not just spending or doing things just because. And I think that for some, if you can think about looking at it like that, then that can help you stay in your low spot, your low spend or no spend year or month, because you're going to say, how does this add value to my life? Do I really need it, or do I want it? And how long does this item or thing serve purpose in my life? Is it, something that's just for a quick moment because I saw it on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, or is this going to bring me something long lasting? And I think that's something that we should always keep in the back of our minds. Whenever I go onto Amazon, and I don't really shop on Amazon, I have a whole save for later cart of all the things that I just magically want. But then I think to myself, I'm like, once I buy it, I'm not going to really care about it anymore. So it's not worth it. And so I'm going to keep it in there until I find purpose, or I realize I just don't need I just don't need it. And I can go ahead and just take it out, and just making those choices. And also this year I'm using my debit card and not any of my credit cards. So, also, if I don't have the money, I just can't buy it because that's all the money that I have. So that also helps me with making certain decisions as well. But y'all, that is it for my quality over quantity video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below on your thoughts on this. And yeah, y'all, that's it. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.